Hello, hello, hello. I'm just gonna read something from my journal thingy. Something that I wrote for yesterday. I'm just gonna read it as is. One time through. No ums and ers. Hopefully. Sometimes I'll hear something and it will absolutely grab me and pin me in a way that's satisfying. A little freaky, but no, really. Sometimes a piece of music will shock me to my core and really make me sit and feel, even if it isn't a song you may associate with a feeling like that. The song I heard was All For You by Danny Brown and Jane Remover. Taste is subjective and all, but Danny rapping over this euphoric beat about himself and his appreciation for music, his fans, his life leading up to this point is nothing short of amazing. I've been having this feeling a lot more lately, a strong personal connection to music and lyrics. I've blushed before about Yule and Bjork a lot lately, but even songs that are more instrumental based make me feel something. I've been very fortunate lately, I suppose, in finding more and more artists and songs that connect, or at least resonate in a way with me. Though I try to describe it, the feeling is indescribable. I don't know, when I was writing this, well, I mean, because yesterday, not even yesterday, I feel like since the start of this week, just because it's been kind of like gray outside, I've been like kind of like in a funk. But I mean, yeah, like the entry said, like I heard that song and it really kind of pulled me out for a little bit and just made me think about art and how much I appreciate it as well. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of like a reoccurring like theme of my life, and like a lot of the stuff that I end up writing about usually ends up being about either music or movies and stuff like that. Stuff that makes me like kind of feel connected to people. But yeah, like I heard that song and it just like sort of woke me up a little bit, and it was nice. And then like the rest of the day yesterday, I was just listening to music for the longest time, and then I woke up early as sin this morning and felt incredibly lonely, and I just listened to music and you know, just like tried to do something while I was like waiting for like the rest of the world to like get up. But yeah, like I came back from a walk, and the walk was nice. I mean, like today's a pretty bright day and it's quite beautiful. But yeah, I walked around and felt really good, and did some like window shopping and looked at stuff I can't buy or can't afford really, or you know what I mean. Yeah, but then, you know, at the same time, just like looking at people mindlessly, whatever, just sort of shopping, and it feels nice in ways, you know what I mean? Just to like see people doing the same things that you're doing, and you can kind of feel connected in a moment. But then I don't know, because then a lot of them are just like kind of living their own lives, so there's like that separation between the two people. But I mean, it's not even about that really. I just wanted to, I mean, like really just because of the song and what it's about, it just made me wanted to give some appreciation to art in general. Like, yeah, lately also as well with like Yule and Bjork, just like lots of lyrics that are always really nice. And then on the walk, I was just listening to music the whole time. Just my like constant playlist of like songs that I really enjoy, instrumental and you know, like actual like songs with like lyrics and whatnot. A lot of Kendrick Lamar, that is really good. And that's the thing that I like about this playlist too. It's like a lot of the songs, for the most part, I just like know all the lyrics too. So while I'm walking around, I'm just like singing out loud. Again, just because like nobody really walks around here, but he drives their fucking cars. But it's besides the point. I don't know, but I guess enjoyable art is, that is, and it definitely pulled me out of something. So shout out, I guess, to Danny Brown. And then I guess just shout out to art in general. And then, I mean, aside from like the art that we like associate the word with, you know, music, movies, whatever, I guess like shout out to the people who actually like make stuff. I mean, lately as well, I've been like watching a lot of like shit on TikTok, and you know, all of it's like quite nice for the most part. You know what I mean? Just like people talking about their lives, and again, just like being able to feel connected to people in some kind of way. It's nice. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm very grateful for those sorts of things. And then yeah, like on the way here, I was or like, you know, on the way back home from my walk, I was listening to or I guess like on the playlist, the song Father and Son. Cat Stevens came on. I love that song a lot, and I feel like I've talked about it before. But man, that lyric always hits me, or just like basically the whole second verse always hits me so much. All the times that I've cried, keeping all the things I knew inside, but it's hard. But it's harder to ignore it. Something about those lines, and then obviously the lines right afterwards, like if they were right, I'd agree, but it's them they know, not me. Like all of it's so good, and I was singing it and I was just like really enjoying it. And then it's funny because I'll have something that's like quite somber like that come on, but like with the tinge of hope that makes me sort of happy in a way. Like that'll be the song. So it sort of seems like it like lowers the mood, and then right afterwards I had a more like instrumental kind of like upbeat like dance song come on, and like the mood shifts, and with that little bit of like kind of hopefulness there, and like then this song comes on right afterwards. It definitely like lifted me a bit. I don't know, but yeah, like shout out to Danny Brown. I feel like I'm going to talk about him at the end of the month because that whole project that this song comes off of on. Well, I guess just like minor thing here, right? Because I think last month I talked about the song "Copycats" by Danny Brown as well with the underscores. But yeah, he had like a whole album come out. I'm blanking on the name off the top of my head right now, but listen to the whole album, really enjoyable the whole way through. And then this song "All for You" is at the very end. But then the song before it is just called "The End," I believe, and that one's really good as well. And then it's kind of nice too because like all the featured artists on like there's like a different featured artist on every single track, but they're usually like a trance producer, which is kind of cool, honestly. But it's nice because that whole album is like Danny Brown, the way he raps, but then like a lot of the producers are more like hyper pop producers and stuff. So it's pretty cool to see the two worlds clash, and they clash really well. Or I guess at that point they wouldn't clash; they just blend, right? But good stuff, I think. It's funny. Any single time I think about Danny Brown now, I think about whenever I was back working at Whataburger, basically. So this was like a long time ago. Whenever, I don't know, like I definitely liked music, and I was kind of developing a taste, but my taste was like nowhere fucking refined, like at all. Like I think for the most part, I just listened to like a lot of Kendrick Lamar, Gorillaz, Daft Punk. So like pretty like entry level stuff and like, in their corresponding genres. But I was vaguely familiar with Danny Brown because he has a song with Gorillaz. I'm blanking on the name at the moment. But I remember telling somebody I was working with, I was like, like I can't really get with Danny Brown. He sounds too yopey. And, he that guy kind of had to go on me. Deservedly so, because I wasn't being very fair to Danny Brown. I didn't really like listen to him like that. But I guess now, as like the taste is developed, and then especially after listening to like JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown's collaboration album, the Scaring the Hoes, that album fucking rocks. A lot of the Danny Brown verses on it fucking rock. All the solo stuff I've heard from Danny Brown is really good, and then of course this project is very good. And he has a lot of really good wordplay, which I really like. And honestly, like his voice kind of grew on me, just like the way it is and how expressive it is, really. Because I mean, like I said, it was yelpy, and it definitely is kind of yelpy. But in a way that kind of gives off this like very energetic kind of vibe, very fun, almost carefree. But he's always talking about some of like the craziest life experiences, or just I guess things that realistically would like end up being quite sad. But then whenever he's a bit more like mellowed out, there's a song on the deluxe version of Scaring the Hoes where like the outro is just him doing like I guess rapping basically, but he's doing more of like a kind of like spoken word thing, and he's just like sort of flowing with it, and man, that shit is good. So I mean, again, shout out Danny Brown. And then on this project too, the thing I like about All For You is like it sounds more of like a proper like pop song, I guess. He's more like closer to singing than he is like rapping necessarily. But like there still is like such like a flow to it all, and like the actual lyrics themselves are really good, and I like that song a lot. But no, so again, shout out to art, shout out to people who create stuff. I aspire to be like that in some ways, I guess, right? I don't know, but I feel like it's kind of good for the soul. Well, you know, it's good for something. It's good to be able to just like get something out, and I mean that's kind of the only reason why I'm here today, is just to say something. I don't know. I was relatively quiet the past few days, I think, sort of. I mean, you know, in moments I'm like very jokey, but a lot of the time I'm just like listening to fucking music and doing my own thing. But no. Take care.